he was more than a singer, more than a dancer. He was a force, a phenomenon that transcended culture, race, and genre. Born in a small house in Gary, Indiana, he rose to become the most influential entertainer of his time. A boy with a voice that could echo through generations, with dance moves that defied gravity, with a dream that no limit could contain. Michael Jackson changed music. He didn't just perform, he revolutionized it. He transformed the music video into art, the concert experience into spectacle, and the world into his stage. He became a legend not because he chased fame, but because fame found him, and he embraced it with perfection. Yet behind the sparkling glove, the iconic moonwalk, the sold-out stadiums, was a human who carried burden, controversy, and vulnerability. He was as fragile as he was gifted, powerful, complicated, myth and man all in one. This is not just the story of a superstar. This is the story of a boy who dared to dream bigger than anyone had ever dreamed. This is the story of Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Michael Joseph Jackson entered the world on 29 August 1958 in Gary, Indiana, as the eighth of 10 children. His childhood home was modest, filled with cramped spaces and constrained opportunities. His father, Joe, worked long hours at the local steel mill. His mother, Catherine, played piano and instilled in her children a love of music. Though money was tight, music brought warmth and hope. Young Michael was entranced by rhythm, from radio broadcasts to neighborhood talent shows to church hymns. The stiff halls and single-stage lights became his allies. Discipline, driven by both his parents' hopes and his own burning ambition, shaped his early years. He wasn't just a performer, he was a student, and destiny recognized him early. In the late 1960, Michael and his brothers formed the Jackson 5. Their local success caught Motown's attention, and in 1969 they signed a contract that changed everything. Songs like I Want You Back, ABC, and I'll Be There shot them to stardom. Their hits topped charts, and little Michael, singing with unmatched clarity and charisma, became a star. At a young age, he learned professionalism, showmanship, and how a single performance could reach millions. Each night, the applause reinforced his path. Michael's solo career began quietly in the 1970, culminating in the 1979 release of The Wall. It was a bold blend of pop, funk, and soul. Working with music genius Quincy Jones, Michael began crafting a new identity: edgy, polished, emotional, alive. Off The Wall delivered hits like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough and Rock With You. It signaled that this was not just a boy from a group, this was a solo superstar taking shape. In 1982, Thriller exploded into the world. It's still the best-selling album in history. It wasn't just the music, it was the visuals, the production, the spectacle. Songs like Thriller, Beat It, and Billie Jean became cultural phenomena. Michael turned the music video into something cinematic, short films with stories, choreography, special effects, and mood. Thriller changed how music was presented, consumed, and remembered. At the Motown 25 TV special in 1983, Michael debuted the Moonwalk. With a single glide backward, he captured the world's imagination. It wasn't just a dance. It was visual poetry, precision, training, and theatricality all merged into one moment. Every detail, the hat tilt, the glove, the shoes, was perfectly calibrated. In that glide, he made movement look effortless and magical. Michael collected awards and honors like footsteps on his path. In 1984 alone, he won 8 Grammy Awards in a single night. He held countless records: fastest-selling album, highest-paid entertainer, most music video awards, most sold-out shows. His art was both critical and popular, rare in its universal appeal. Michael was a style icon. The single white glove, red leather jacket, military embellishments, aviator sunglasses, all became part of his signature. But fashion was deeper, it was character. He didn't just dress, he told stories through posture, color, texture, and performance. Michael's fame built him a sanctuary, Neverland Ranch, a hidden escape with theme park rides, animals, open gates for child visitors, and rooms that held the laughter of his own happy memories. But behind the magic, reality whispered, isolation, legal battles, media scrutiny. Michael's life was marked by medical treatments, vitiligo, a skin condition, plastic surgeries, and weight fluctuation, all publicly speculated. In 1993, the first allegations of child abuse surfaced. Though settled out of court, they shadowed his image. In 2005, he faced a criminal trial and was acquitted. The headlines didn't end, they intensified. Behind the public scrutiny lay a man who loved children and who was himself wounded by the world he'd changed. Even amid turmoil, Michael helped others. He donated millions to hospitals, AIDS research, and disaster relief. He founded the Heal the World Foundation to help children and global causes. He voiced the unheard and supported those in pain. Michael Jackson's personal life was deeply connected to his family. Despite fame creating distance at times, his siblings, particularly Janet and Jermaine, remained a big part of his story. In 1994, Michael married Lisa Marie Presley, daughter of Elvis Presley. The union of two legendary families fascinated the world, though their marriage lasted only 2 years. Later, in 1996, he married Debbie Rowe, a nurse who gave birth to 2 of his children, Prince Michael and Paris Jackson. His third child, Prince Michael II, known as Blanket, later Biggie, was born via surrogate in 2002. Michael cherished his role as a father, though often criticized for shielding his children from the public eye, sometimes with masks. He explained it was to protect them from the same spotlight that had stolen his own childhood. Behind the glitter and spectacle, he was most at peace when he was simply Dad. Despite scars, Michael planned comebacks. In 2005 to 2006, he faced personal and financial challenges. Later, he began preparing This Is It, an ambitious London residency meant to be his grand return. Fans waited, rehearsals were underway, but fate had other plans. On 25th June 2009, Michael Jackson died unexpectedly. The world stopped. In 2009's emotional tsunami, fans cried on streets, lit candles in cities, and remembered the boy who became their soundtrack. Later, his doctor was convicted for administering lethal medications. And still, Michael remained a cultural heartbeat. Michael's influence thrives. Artists from Beyoncé to Bruno Mars cite him as inspiration. Dancers call him their standard. His music streams, gets remixed, used in ads, performed at award shows. He broke racial barriers. He redefined pop. He remains in hearts, memories, and headlines. Michael Jackson is the most awarded artist in history. He holds the record for the best-selling album, Thriller. He donated over $500 million to charities. He has 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, one for himself, one for the Jackson 5. He was also an animal lover, owning pets like a chimpanzee named Bubbles and even tigers. Michael Jackson's story is not a perfect fairy tale. It's a human journey, one filled with soaring highs, painful lows, and unimaginable talent. He taught us to dream, to dance, to stand under a spotlight with courage. Even when the world watched too closely, his legacy doesn't just whisper in history, it sings in every beat of pop music. And long after the world dimmed, the King's light continues to shine.